PR Connections Radio presents. This episode of the PR Connections podcast is brought to you by Classy Communications PR and Advertising. Classy Communications provides public relations and marketing solutions for businesses, professionals, and nonprofit organizations. They can deliver the true meaning of your business with press releases, social media marketing, web development, email marketing, book publishing, and much more. Wherever your potential clients are, they can help you connect with them. Visit classycommunications.net to learn more about their suite of services that can help your business stand out from the rest. Classy Communications is your solution for business success.
We're going to take a short break here to honor another one of our sponsors, and then we'll return with a Sunday morning chat series with Jesse Oakley III. Stay tuned.
Did you know your clothing could help balance your body's pH levels? Our cutting-edge fabric technology naturally promotes optimal pH balance, helping you feel energized, refreshed, and at your best every day. Use promo code PRTalk for more info. Tap the link in the description or contact our experts at 702-445-9488 to learn more.
All right, Jesse Oakley III, host of Sunday Morning Chat Series and a good friend of mine for many years. Hey, welcome back. Another marathon, huh, Jesse?
Yes, indeed. Another marathon, and it is great to be here, especially for PR Connections, and really appreciate the opportunity, Guy.
Yeah, so you are, how long have you had your show? You're in for a while now, huh?
Oh my, where do I get started? It originally started back in 2020
Mm-hmm.
during the whole pandemic scare that has happened, and there was so much negativity going around. And my goal and the mission was actually create something positive, and hence the Sunday Morning Chat Series was born, where I have a chance to interview positive people to make a big difference in the community. And the more I did that, the more people seemed to get on. But there was a stop in September of 2021 where I was running for an international director position for Toastmasters, and I'd stopped that for about a good 3 years and brought it back in fall of 2024 when my term as international director stopped. And I actually decided to actually bring it back on because there was a luncheon that I had before with past guests on the prior run of the Sunday Morning Chat Series. And once I had that happen, it was a good idea to actually bring it back in the air, and the rest is history.
Right. I had the privilege of being a guest on one of your early shows when you just got your podcast started. And, Jesse, again, we've been friends for a long time. When you got into podcasting, I saw your enthusiasm for it right away. It felt when you were interviewing me like you were very comfortable with the process of podcasting, asking the questions, and that you were really enthusiastic about helping people tell their stories. And that seems to really come through now. You've had your show on our network for a while. What builds your enthusiasm for doing this? Because it really just kind of oozes out of you when you're doing these shows.
I tell you what, it's the guests that make it happen. And the people that are on these past shows, they always have stories to tell, whether it is the challenges and opportunities and wise words of wisdoms. I always seem to be energized by what they have to say. And whether it is positive or whether it's overcoming any type of obstacles, it's always a huge plus. And whenever they overcome things, whenever they do something positive, that energizes me. That drives me to actually have that pumped in energy going.
Right. Well, I know you have a guest that you're going to be interviewing today, and I'm going to bring Miss Linda Day Harrison on. Welcome, Miss Linda Day Harrison. And you are muted. You are muted, so I would hit the mute. See that down at the bottom? There should be a mute button to your left. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Now you are unmuted. All right. Well, welcome, Linda. I am going to exit, and you're all going to be watching.
Glad to be here.
Oh, welcome, Linda. Yeah, so you're all going to be watching Sunday Morning Chat Series with your host, Jesse Oakley III. Take it away, Jesse.
Thank you, Guy. Hello and welcome to the Sunday Morning Chat Series with Jesse Oakley III. This is your host, Jesse Oakley III speaking. Now, the purpose of the Sunday Morning Chat Series is for me, Jesse Oakley III, to interview a plethora of positive people that are making big differences in their communities. Whether they are speakers, writers, singers, authors, entertainers, or someone that's doing something great for the community, you'll hear from them first on the Sunday Morning Chat Series. And today, we have ourselves a wonderful episode that is live here on PR Connections. Now, many of you people know that I've been involved with Toastmasters for the past 23 years. And whether it be in different clubs or different leadership roles, from club officer to international director, I've had an amazing experience with Toastmasters that is still going on to this day. And I love interviewing people from the Toastmasters communities, talking about their wonderful clubs. And today, I have with me a wonderful guest that's talking about a certain club that she belongs to called Level Up Toastmasters. And with Level Up Toastmasters, I was intrigued to know what this club is all about. So without any further delay, please help me welcome Linda Day Harrison, the Vice President of Public Relations for Level Up Toastmasters. Hey, Linda, how's it going?
Fine. How are you, Jesse?
I'm doing quite well. And let's go ahead and get started with the questions. And without further delay, let's chat. First question I have
Glad
for
to
you,
be here.
Yes, great to be here. Now, the first question I have for you is, what out of all the thousands of clubs in Toastmasters, out of all the clubs that are here in Las Vegas Valley, what is Level Up Toastmasters, or what makes this club special?
Well, of course, it's the people. We have an incredible community of members. They're vibrant, they're enthusiastic, they're dedicated to learning and helping others be better public speakers. We are an eclectic group. There's no pattern, there's no particular industry that we're from. We're from all parts of Las Vegas and Henderson. We are all over actually the country because we're hybrid now. So we actually have members from California as well. Our group meets twice a month, and each time the speakers and the speeches are just better and better each month. So it's an exciting club, and I'm real proud of our group of people, and it's about people.
Fantastic. Now, you mentioned about Level Club Toastmasters getting the people all together, and it's all about the country and everything. Now, how did this idea of Level Up Toastmasters get started?
Well, what happened was COVID hit. Our name was originally Morelli House Toastmasters. And when COVID hit, we lost members and things started to change for the, I'll say, meeting in person club type industry. We had to pivot. We decided to rebrand, just like a company would rebrand. And part of our rebranding was to truly make a difference and not just say, oh, we're a new name. We wanted to do what we actually named the club, which was level up, step up. So what we did is we planned having a meetup page, a YouTube channel, and embracing the virtual world and being out there for people to find us. Our YouTube channel was one of the main components, which was to enable our members to have their speeches recorded, which has been a powerful change in our club, and I think has helped us attract members. That is what we did, and the rebrand was really to take us all up to the next level and not be just this physical meeting club, as we are now a hybrid club as well.
All right, fantastic. Now, when it comes to getting this started, there are different types of challenges that anybody would face. When it comes to getting Level Up with all the COVID that's happening and everything else, and the name brand and name change happening, what challenges would you also be able to face that you overcame?
Well, of course, the biggest challenge is change. People don't like to change. So we had to refresh our leadership. We had to refresh our members. We had to change our mindset. People were shocked when we started talking about recording the speeches. We came to some little bit of stumbling blocks there, but it was once we started to show them how powerful it was to have a recorded speech, every speech you make, that you could go back and reflect on it and see a transformation in your speech. It was almost just melted all of the challenges away. The other thing was we made sure that we were on every single platform there was for people to find us. And we also created something that we never had before, which keeps our members connected, which is a WhatsApp channel. So our members are constantly in touch with each other in one place where we can share pictures and information and updates on each other, like, oh, I can't be at the meeting, or oh, I'm running late, or whatever, or can you do this, or can you do that? So we're trying to bring ourselves together in a new era of using technology. But I believe we've melted away the challenges by just demonstrating how powerful these tools can be.
And I tell you, those challenges that you overcame, they made a big difference. And this is in the guise of the who moved my cheese. Either you change, or you grow, or there'll be this chance to run out of
True.
cheese. So that is truly fantastic to actually overcome those obstacles. Now, my next question for you is, we talked about the challenges. There've got to be those best moments that has happened with Level Up Toastmasters. And what were some of the best moments you experienced with this wonderful Toastmasters Club?
Well, to me, the best moments are when you see a new member who comes in real nervous, quiet, shy, shaky, whatever the tendencies are when you're afraid or fearful. And then to see that 2 months later, just getting up there and doing their speech and getting into a speech contest, it's just like I get goosebumps, and I'm so proud of those people, and I see them and I admire them, and I say, you know what, you stuck to it, you did it, you came to a meeting, you broke the ice, you forced yourself to prioritize your time. Everyone's busy. We all have jobs, we all have families, but you made the effort and you have actually accomplished something. To me, those are the best moments and the magic of our club and our group. And then to couple that with being able to show them their video on YouTube of, here you were 2 months ago or however long, and here you are now. Look at the difference. And for them to be able to see that, I think those are our best moments as a club. And that's the kind of community that we're building.
I tell you, that is truly magical. And did you just mention 2 months? Did I say?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Within 2 months, and that progress happens. And it's always cool to actually see where one was in the beginning, as well as to where they are right now. And that growth, that is truly breathtaking to see that amazing thing happen. And this is why Level Up Toastmasters is so intriguing to me within the Toastmasters community. Definitely doing some amazing stuff here. All right.
Well, I do want to mention, though,
Go ahead.
Jesse, I don't want to pressure anyone. You don't have to make a transformation in 2 months. That is the beauty of Toastmasters.
Exactly. It's all in how the journey is, and it's whether it's 2 months, 2 years, or two anything.
Right.
It's all about the path and all about the journey that one's willing to take. Everybody's got their own path and speed, and it's up to you to make that happen and for that growth happening.
Exactly.
All right. All right. Now there's somebody out there that is seeing what you're doing here at Level Up Toastmasters, and they are amazed and inspired by the process and the progress that you're helping people out with in that department, and they want to be in those type of shoes. Now, if you were to meet somebody that said, "Wow, I can't believe what Level Up Toastmasters is doing something this amazing. How can I be a part of it?" What advice would you give that person?
First thing I say is just show up. Start. Do it. Whatever is the most urgent words that you can give them. Come on, let's go. Get going. Because people are so hesitant and they're, oh, I've got all these excuses. Just show up. Check it out. To find us is very easy. You've got to make the commitment yourself to say, I want to overcome my fear, or I want to polish my professional image, or whatever it is you want to do. You've got to have that mindset. It's like any habit. Break the bad habit of not taking steps to improve yourself and start improving yourself. You can find us anywhere. So there's no excuse. If you go on the internet and you type in Level Up Toastmasters, we're going to come up everywhere. So you will find us, and we're easy to reach.
And speaking of being easy to reach, you mentioned website. Where else can they go to find Level Up Toastmasters?
They can find us on X, formerly Twitter. They can find us on LinkedIn, Facebook, Meetup, Instagram, our own website, which is a Toast Host site. But if they search Level Up TM, which is abbreviation for Toastmaster, like hashtag Level Up TM, we add that to all of our posts on social. We will come up. They will find us. And if they go to Meetup, for example, and search Level Up Toastmasters, they're going to find us because we are on all the social media channels, and we do have our own website as well. And YouTube, of course, number one, YouTube. And you can see our speeches.
I tell you what, that is a plethora of routes to actually find Level Up Toastmasters. So if you're interested in checking this club out at Level Up Toastmasters, go to Level Up Toastmasters. You'll find them on YouTube, on Facebook, on X, on LinkedIn. You can find them anywhere. They're hard to not find. So definitely check out Level Up Toastmasters. And when do you actually meet as a club at Level Up Toastmasters?
We meet on the first and third Thursday of every month at 6:30 p.m. We suggest arriving at 6:15. It helps us to break the ice, meet you. You don't want to walk in the door at 6:30 because we start promptly. We are virtual and in person. So if you're fortunate to live in the Las Vegas metropolitan area, you can come to our meeting in person. It's in Henderson at Mimi's Cafe. But if you are virtual or in another state or another country, we would love to have you. And we are on Zoom. We have our own Zoom account. So either way, you can be part of our club, and you don't have to join. Just come and check us out.
And to make it clear, it's 6:15 to 6:30 Pacific Standard Time, right?
I'm sorry. Yes. I'm sorry. Pacific time. We're on the Pacific time zone. Yes.
Okay. We don't want anybody to come in like 6:15 East Coast time or 6:15.
Right. Thank you,
time.
Jesse. Yes.
So
thank you, Jesse.
Again, it's 6:15 Pacific Standard Time for those who want to check out Level Up Toastmasters on the first and third Thursdays, 6:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Right.
All right. Now, this next question is a chance for a shout out portion. And there's so many people that made this club possible at Level Up Toastmasters. And it's an opportunity for you as a vice president of public relations of this club to give a shout out. If you'd like to give a shout out to those that made this club possible, who would you like to give a shout out to?
Well, I want to give a shout out to the leadership of our club. We could not have come this far without the leaders being willing to change. I want to give a shout out to every single person who came to our club, gave a speech, showed up, was in a contest for our club. Anybody that's touched our club, I want to give you a shout out. There's too many to list, but our leadership has just been transformative for our club, that they actually let us change the name, let us change the direction, and we got the job done. And I'm proud of those leaders of the club.
I truly met the people at Level Up Toastmasters, and they are amazing people. They always have the big ingenuity, the big minds, and like yourself, Linda, they also have the big heart when it comes to making people better. It's like the guys for the shampoo commercial. If you don't look good, we don't look good. So it's always best to make each other look good and Level Up Toastmasters. All right. Now, this is the question I do have for you. And the following question will be addressed to the people that watch this Sunday morning chat series and the people that actually love and enjoy the guests I bring here. And the people called the happy people. And that's my crew. And they always love to hear wise words of wisdom for the happy people. So if you have a chance to give the wise words of wisdom for my crew and my people, the happy people, what would it be? All right, Linda.
Well, number one, you can't grow if you stay in your comfort zone. You need to break out of your comfort zone and expand your horizons. You've got to make mistakes. You've got to try something new. You've got to just mess up, I guess, whatever. Get up there and try. And that is the whole purpose of our club, is to let you do that in a comfortable environment where every single person in that room is supporting you and wanting to see you succeed. So that is our goal. And if you would come to our meetings, you can speak up, you can mess up, you can do whatever you want, but you are leveling up. So come and level up with us. Those are my words of wisdom.
All right. And those words of wisdoms are reminders from one of my podcast mentors, Evan Carmichael. And he says the following: expect to stink the first time around and always get better after that. And once you expect to stink, you can get better and better and go to believe the best way that you can. But first, when it comes to the first go around, expect to stink and then find a way to get better after that. I tell you, Linda, on behalf, this was a perfect bookend to a wonderful interview that we have here at the Sunday Morning Chat Series with Jesse Oakley III. And on behalf of all the happy people that are watching all over the world, we thank you for being a part of the Sunday Morning Chat Series with Jesse Oakley III. Thank you, Linda.
Thank you, Jesse.
All right.
Before I let my fellow Toastmasters escape, I have to ask a couple of questions of the two of you. Thank you so much. Toastmasters, we talk so much, right? It's hard to, and me being a part of the organization, thank you so much for sharing about your club, Linda. And there was just some perspectives that you brought up that I thought were so interesting, especially when you were talking about COVID and the impact that it had on our organization. Obviously, for a couple of years, we really had to make a dramatic transition. Right off the bat, we had to go from our in-person format, which we primarily utilize for the whole history of the organization. I don't think people realize the depth of that. When you're almost 100-year organization, as we were at that time, where there was an in-person focus, and then in a matter of days or maybe a week or two, we literally had to transition from that to an online platform. And the fact that we were able to do that and keep our organization going, I think and feedback from either one of you, Jesse or Linda, on the fact that how were we able to pull that off? When I was just sitting backstage and just thinking about what we did. Jesse, what do you think? How did we pull that off?
Well, my best answer to you is in the wise words of the late distinguished Toastmaster, past international director, and accredited speaker, a Toastmaster who's been around for 62 plus years, and his name was Don Inch. And when I was elected division governor back in 2008, he gave me these following wise words that he got from Ralph Smedley, the founder of Toastmasters: always stay the course and never quit, for quitting is worse than failing. So it is always important to have that inward ability to stay the course, no matter what situation that you're involved with, no matter what storms that you face, no matter what challenges that are there, no matter what walls are out there. We always have a chance to actually stay the course and overcome whatever we can. Because when we're able to do that and not quit and get to where we are right now, then we can see that the trails that we've made, that we are able to do, that inspires many people, not only here in Toastmasters, but also all over the world. So stay the course and never quit.
Yeah, we definitely did that. That's a great movie. We were all very committed, and I want to get to you in a second, Linda, but I know the clubs that I was in, it was a tough thing because it was the unknown. And change, as Linda had mentioned, can be very difficult for people, especially just kind of turning on a dime like that. You want to keep your club going, but all of a sudden now you're doing something that is so unfamiliar. Linda, how did you manage? How did your club manage to make this adaptation? And how do you, why do you think we were so successful as an organization, keeping ourselves going under very difficult circumstances?
I think first of all, we were determined. Yeah, we were determined. We did not want to fail. We thought that we had to keep going somehow. There were people during that COVID time that said, oh, when this is over, we'll all go back to just in person. We won't need Zoom anymore. Well, I've the whole time thought, no, we got to stick with this model. We've got to have a hybrid model. It makes sense. It makes sense in all aspects, even without COVID. It makes sense for people. And I think the one thing it did was it opened the horizons of clubs to have people from all parts of the world, not just in your little tiny neighborhood. And so to me, I think that we were just determined to make it happen. And yes, did we mess up? Yes. Did we have mistakes? Absolutely. Did we have technology disasters? You bet we did. But we learned a lot. And I'm proud of our club to see how far we've come. And now we're pushing the envelope on these recordings, which yes, it's more work for us, but it's so powerful. And it's worth every inch of our time that we spend doing it to accomplish what we're trying to do. And it's giving Toastmasters more exposure.
I agree with you, Linda. I agree with you, Linda, about the fact that seemingly disastrous situation, which was COVID. I mean, it was awful on so many levels, but the way that it really did open up Toastmasters to a broader perspective. And as you mentioned, I'm in 2 hybrid clubs. I love the hybrid platform because, as you mentioned, it allows you to have members in parts of the world where you never would have been able to connect with them, except for the fact that COVID happened and then we opened our doors up to more people. So yes, it's like, what do they say? You're turning a lemon into lemonade, right? You can turn lemons into lemonade. And I felt like our organization did that. And so it's great for us to be on the other side of it. The other question that I had for the 2 of you is more broadly related to our organization. So through the years, I've been a member of Toastmasters International myself for 18 years. For those of you who don't know what it is, it's the largest speaking and leadership organization in the world. And it has helped literally, probably would say maybe millions of people to improve their communication and leadership skills over the time since 1924 that we've been around. But the question that I have for the 2 of you is, all the time I've been in Toastmasters, I meet a lot of people and they say, I've heard of Toastmasters and I want to show up. How do you get people past some of the barriers that will come up for them that keep them from showing up to a meeting? What would you tell them to encourage them to get past maybe some of the voices in their heads? We just had the show Thinking into Results that was on that talked a lot, I think, addressed this topic. The voices that people have in their heads are sometimes barriers to their growth. So let's start with you, Jesse. If people are hearing, they got these tapes that are running in their heads. I'm terrified getting up in front of people. Are you crazy? I'm extremely afraid of doing this. How would you help a person to get past that?
I would help the person to get past that. I can only tell them about the wonders and the joys and the experience and the stories within Toastmasters. The key thing is for person to move is to allow them to do it themselves. And all it can offer is an open hand, an invite, an open door. And I had to tell them, yes, I talked to you about Toastmasters. The key thing is the doors will always be open. And if you want to come and join Toastmasters, I'll be more than happy to welcome you and get a chance to do that experience. It's one thing to mention about Toastmasters and say things about Toastmasters and talk about the beauty of Toastmasters. The key thing is it's up to that person to make that choice whether they want to join or whether they want to be a part of the organization or the community. I could just say it, but it's always up to them. And the key thing is always keep that door open for them in case they do want to join.
How about you, Linda? The ones that have, they are delaying their ability to potentially grow because they're just so terrified of the experience of being in Toastmasters. How do you help them get past that?
Well, myself, I was one of those people. So I think that when you explain to someone that I was terrified, crippled with fear to have to make presentations, to make speeches, to do new business presentations. I hated it. I struggled with it. People are shocked because they can't believe that you were also in that position. So I think relating to them and explaining to them that many people, it's very unusual for somebody to be a natural speaker and just, want to speak. It's a common fear. And I think that if they want to break away from that crippling feeling or anxiety, and they really want to improve, this step has no strings attached, no obligation, no cost, no risk whatsoever. It's so convenient. It's everywhere, online, from your couch, in your living room. You don't even have to come and meet people in person anymore, at least initially. And there's clubs all over the world. There is no excuse.
Well, that's, great feedback for those of you out there. Again, if you want to learn more about Toastmasters, and it's had a tremendous impact on my life and on so many people's lives around the world, go to Toastmasters.org, right? Linda just raised her hand. I know Jesse has raised his hand. He and I have been friends for many years, and again, watching his growth. By the way, Jesse, when can people tune in to Sunday morning? We know it's Sunday morning. What time on Sunday morning can people tune into your podcast?
Well, they can tune in the Sunday morning chat series on a Wednesday afternoon. No, not Wednesday afternoon, but they can tune in on Sunday morning chat series, Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Times, right here on PR Connections, where we have a plethora of positive people that are making big differences in the community. Again, Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah, and if you want a positive wake up on a Sunday, just tune in. Jesse, really, his enthusiasm, the great guests that he has, I think you'll be inspired. That's an inspiring way to start your Sunday, is tune into the Sunday morning chat series with Jesse Oakley III. And again, thank you so much, Linda, for coming on and talking about your Toastmaster Club. And I wish you nothing but continued success with helping people to grow through communication and leadership, and beyond that, by becoming a part of this organization, you're going to make lifelong friends, like the two people that I'm talking with on the air right now. You think you come to, I know when I became a member back in 2007, I came because I wanted to grow as a communicator and a leader. And I ended up getting so much more than I ever bargained for in terms of just the friendships and the relationships, these lifelong, decade-long friendships that you develop with just amazing people. I can't say enough great things about our organization. So thank you both for coming and representing it extremely well today.
Thank you. And until next time, happy people.
PR Connections Radio thanks you for watching this podcast. Check out more episodes of this show and our others at prconnectionsradio.com.